Alright. Need to clean up these charts, but we also need to reference the right shit. So I'm just going to quickly clean up some stuff. Daily, it's already been into play. I don't care about that anymore. Don't care about any of this garbage. What the heck even is this? Goodness, why is this even here? Alright, lots of smooth lows into here. Just leave that daily there. There's still unfilled part of this one, but oh well. I think this order block will be the only thing necessary, which lines up with that perfectly. Alright, monthly close, weekly, no inefficiencies. It's been efficient all the way into this quarterly area. Watching for this to be completely rebalanced. If this is the bear. All the way into that monthly. Nice. Just as a potential. Yeah, huge pool of liquidity all the way into this monthly. And then the same thing into this. And then, yeah, we've got some crazy yearly inefficiencies, I'm sure. All the way down into here. That'd be crazy. When was this? 2018? 2020. Yeah, if there's a real bear market, this would be it. 2008's order block. That'd be crazy. Yeah, this area is still the area of interest here on the Dow. Massive pool of liquidity here. So, it'd be nice. Watch this roll over. Still have smooth highs here though. So I wonder if that'll be taken out. Yeah, just some nice smooth lows here. Tapping this order block still. So I think it could still run up there. I don't know how it's gonna work, but actually, maybe I do. So yeah, we already rotated. Wow, yeah. So we already got a change in character above these highs with maybe Russell's gonna do it. Got relative equal highs there. Oops. Yeah, we did get a change in character here above the all-time high on Q's and SPY. Continuation lower. In fact, trigger of the massive sell-off. And then we all come down. Dow comes down, actually sets a new low versus these guys held. So very interesting there. Russell's already breaking structure. So yeah, very interesting. That's a long that's been playing out just on the Dow. But anyways, here we had, yeah, same thing. These guys did end up rotating up above this. And then, yeah, we did have a change in character there. So Russell took out this low. That was the little bounce leg. It's like I want to trust this high here since it was the one that triggered the real sell-off, like this stuff for here, and then we got the move down. And so yeah, maybe we're just needing some sort of change in character, and we'll worry about that later. All right, 4-hour chart. Yeah, just a bunch of wicks that got rebalanced. Smooth lows. Smooth lows all the way. So we just had a monthly close. Just want to make sure everything below is marked out. I think it is. Yeah. Weekly takes the highs. Weekly, yeah, nothing really. Weekly. Just got this big quarterly. Daily. Daily market structure shift has been ran through. Kind of like your mom. Alright. We're respecting this gap though. New Year opening gap. Also still being a play. And then lots of change in character, but then yeah, daily inefficiencies. I mean, yeah, there's like an inversion here. Should have just left it. Daily IFVG. Alright, 4 hour. Yeah, 4 hour stuff's all been really clean. Shift on the 4 hours confirmed. And then yeah, we just have like a little movement set up here. Nothing really here, it's just smooth lows basically all the way down. All the way down into the daily. Interesting. Differences in SPY. Oops. Big ol' wedge. Don't care about it anymore. But you can see they're using it to use liquidity, smooth lows all the way down into the lows. Alright, let's delete all this garbage. 4 hour. So yeah, did take out the highs. We'll have to look at these charts too in a second. Yeah, very obvious draw on liquidity, at least to these lows. And it's just, fuck, dude. Just looks like shit. Looks like it's gonna puke. Alright, that's good enough for that. But yeah, 4 hour, yeah. Still got a lot of levels being held, but yeah, I just think we're ready. Let me look at Weekend Wall Street so I don't waste my time doing all this. Because it's probably already going to gap down. Yeah. Yep. It's already down 0.5%. Dow Jones is. This is calculating to the nearest percent. View all indices. US Tech 100 weekend. Yep. Yeah, so NASDAQ's already this weekend below this low. It's already down into the New Year opening gap here. So, yep. We're already below that. There was a short set up into the close then, which is typical. And yeah. So shouldn't be looking for anything right here. Just be looking at the high time frame levels. Don't care about that. Alright, NQ. So we got all-time high divergence. Relative weakness. And then a sudden change in character. So I actually think, well, yeah, I don't think anything yet. Hold on. But yeah, monthly closed. let's just remind ourselves. Yep. So we got a massive, obvious pools of liquidity, higher time frame, nothing on the monthly. Near weekly, nothing. This weekly got already tapped into, respected, and this is just way too bright. It's gonna be distracting. So yeah, that happened. Just take note of that. Weekly though, yeah, we took out everything but the all-time high. We have relative equal highs though. You know, there could still be some weird move back up. We'll see, but that's just how it always goes. So yeah, weekly, nothing. Daily, nothing. Traded through this. If we adjust the contract though, boom, very clean. Just takes out the smooth highs. Interesting. Everything's a little different, but yeah. Alright. NQ. So daily, we've got this one efficiency there. We'll have to look at this range in a second as well. But yeah, nothing really there yet. I need to add a delete button. Alright, so we got a nice big sweep of liquidity. Relative equal highs on Qs. Okay. 4 hour. Yeah, nice big inefficiency here. Clear market structure shift that got respected very cleanly. Oops. So yeah. Yeah, clear market structure shift. Of course, it's going to come back below that. I think it's going smooth lows. Very obvious. And then probably all the way down to the order block eventually. Well, soon. But yeah, let's clean this shit up. It's distracting me. Yeah. I like to keep these there though, just for referencing for later. New Year opening gap though is nice. And I should just delete these. There's all these purple boxes there for a reason. I actually kind of want to change them. But yeah, 4 hour chart. Nothing. That's good. Qs. 4 hour chart. Displacement didn't shift. But it's going to open up below. It's gloom town, dude. I think the most obvious trade is actually in crypto right now. Once we get this big ol' sweepy Mr. Sweeps. We totally manufactured this as a massive pool. I think we're going to go for these obvious trailed stops. Tag this, maybe this order block there. And then be a Donkey Kong long in Ethereum. Alright, Russell. Alright, very obvious pools below. Monthly's closed. It just ripped through liquidity. Nothing on the monthly. That's already been tapped. That's already been tapped here. So I'm just going to tighten it up. Weekly. There is a weekly here. Alright, so there is a weekly here. It's just being tapped into now. So this is totally in play. Let's keep watching this. Kind of like it when it's a slightly different color. And it looks like there must be a daily layered in there. There's also another weekly down here. So yeah, everything's marked up already. Daily inversion here. Very good one. Daily. So yeah, daily got tapped into here. There were some relative equal lows there. Makes sense. And then now it's manufacturing this pool of liquidity even stronger. So yeah, that makes sense for a nice little pop bounce. We'll see if it even opens, but I think there is a nice little long opportunity somewhere in here. We're trying to discover what's the new play for shorts. I think it's all going to go way lower. At least a discount on the high time frame. Yeah, big pool of liquidity here on Russell now. And a big weekly inefficiency here. And there's a daily one here too. And a daily one here too. Anything on the way down? Nope. 4-hour chart. It's all been rebalanced constantly. So yeah, it makes sense that they'd bounce it there and then sweep all this out. Yeah, I think we're headed lower. Obviously, these are all areas where we could bounce, though. Yeah, nothing up on the 4-hour. It just seems like it's gonna sell everything. Nice big pool liquidity here too. Like it still kind of worked this area out. IWM, same thing. Pool of liquidity here. On the daily, it's the same thing. 24 hours. Yep. This is a fair value gobble right here, though. It could bounce into here if there's an order block. Yeah, it could maybe there. But the way this is just so big, and it's taking out this one, I think it's going to go for that. Maybe even this would be good enough. I wonder if that's on Russell. No. Oh wait, maybe on the adjusted. Yeah, it is there. Yeah. Interesting. Fair value gobble long there. So yeah, watching that area for a possible long idea eventually. That's basically it though. So yeah, now it's like, where are we relative to where we are relative to where we are? Where did we start rotating the strength into Russell here? Russell. Right here. Yep. This low. So this is a suspect low in my opinion, which would make a lot of sense. It's like, I think NASDAQ's going for that. We had the change in character. So there's a nice short on YM. A nice short on everything. really obvious pool of liquidity. We'll probably bounce, work that out. Same thing with all these guys. And then eventually we reach down into this stuff. And maybe we get that rotation back up. But for now, yeah, it's like this is the range that we'd be looking for a discount into. So we should keep that in mind. It's going to be pretty obvious though. And it is this low here. And this was the YM relative strength low. And now we've changed and charactered it. So I really am interested to see YM discount, which it's not too far from already. Yeah, so discount's already right there. And Nasdaq's really close to it already. But we've rotated. Yeah, I don't know. These are just the pools of liquidity I'm looking for. I really need to look for commitment of traders or stuff here too. Just to confirm everything. Let me refresh all of my stuff here. Make sure I'm getting the latest shit. Boom. Alright. Alright. What is this? ES. So ES, they have been hedging short, but it does look like they may have bought a little bit there. I don't know. Let's just put this here. So yeah, I don't know. There we go. Yeah, I mean, so it is saying they bought, yeah, that, but that's just typical hedging. Everything was still selling off. Look at this year. So they've been hedging short this entire year. They actually are net short. So that's obvious. Yeah, wow, look at that. So they were hedging. They were already hedged short, and then just immediate term was getting long to balance books. But now that the new year started, boom. I think they're selling it. I still think they're selling it. Same thing here. Same thing with Nasdaq. Same thing with Dow. Same thing with Russell. It's even worse with Russell. They freaking annihilated the top there. What is this? Gold. Of course. Oops. Of course they're getting long this. They have to. So, I mean, yeah. They had to get long there. They had to. So you can't get caught up in this, but you can see here over the last 3 years they were hedged short, rehedged long into all this. But yeah, I just think, yeah, they could come back up. We'll see. This is the dollar. They've been getting long the dollar, and then just recently they got short, and now we've moved down. So I'm looking for a long on the dollar. Oh, commitment of trader, or sorry, seasonal tendencies. I kind of already remember it. We're looking in for a March sell-off. A sell-off into March. What I want to look at is Forex. I want to just see USD. Can I see just the USD? Oh, currencies. Currencies. It is a long right now. So yeah, I'm looking for a long. Everything lines up for a long in the dollar. We've already done it. We may have already missed it. Oh shit. Yeah, what the hell? I didn't even notice. Oh no, we never took out this order block. But this is the order block here. This whole area. Did we have SMT there? No. No SMT. So yeah, I still think something is in the works here. Something is in the works. We need SMT. We've all reached up into nice areas. So maybe a sweep of something. Maybe this high. Maybe this high. Oh wait, we did have SMT here. Okay, but anyways. Yeah, maybe something at this high here. Yeah, I just still think there's got to be something here. And there probably already is on the small time frame. Nope. Yeah, I still think there's still something to set up here. So yeah, I'm really hunting the long on the dollar. Bitcoin, we do need to look at PDAs here though. I don't know why these guys aren't following along. So yeah, obviously a giga inefficiency here on XRP. What is that? Quarterly BISI. Nothing here. Already got tapped. Oh, yeah, already got tapped into there, but there was nothing there anyways. Bitcoin does have a BISI though. So yeah, Bitcoin's headed for that. Got rebalanced here. We got divergence there. Ethereum was really weak. So I'm looking for a rotation trade. I think these highs are still in play on Ethereum. Monthly. We even have a monthly there. We've got a monthly here. Wow, very, very clean stuff here. Monthly BISI. So yeah, that's there. I think they're going for this low. Just such an obvious trailed stop monthly candle, but we'll see. I think they're going for this order block. This is the lowest down close candle. Order block. Oops. Lots of crap on these charts. Alright. But yeah, this is just such an obvious level here. We do have relative equal lows here, but I think they're going to hold. I think we were just playing on this whole area twice and then manipulating it there. Yeah, this is just so clean. Monthly. Yeah, I think XRP could completely rebalance this. I don't know. I don't know where XRP is going to go. Probably halfway. Weekly. Yeah, same thing. Some weekly levels there. Clear order block. Daily. And then this is like more clearly the order block there. So I think it could take out these trailed stops. I think it could come all the way down here, which would be super nice. Well, boom, imagine that. 12R. Yep. I think that's what's going to happen. I think we're going to sweep this low out. We're going to have a nice little bounce off of that, and then we're going to actually rotate and manipulate the low that Bitcoin puts in, and that's going to be my long idea for Ethereum. Doesn't need to happen that way. As soon as it's going to sweep this, I'm already going to be looking for a buy. Gosh. Looking for a buy at this order block. At least here. It's just if this is going to sell off, it's like these guys could really sell off. So I got to be cautious. This is like the very obvious stuff here. And if it's going to be bearish, we manipulate it there. Bitcoin set the high, so it's like I don't believe it's really a bear market yet until one of these big guys, especially Ethereum, takes out the all-time high. And that's what I think is going to happen. Ethereum's going to sweep the all-time high. That's going to be the big short on Bitcoin if it happens. Oh, I need to finish this. So, missed everything on metals. Changing characters, obvious short here. Boom. Missed it. At least with gold. There's probably something on the lower time frame. Nope, it was just here. Well, technically, yeah. Technically it was there. Dang, dude. That would have been sweet. As soon as we broke this high, though, you could have gone short gold. So right into this candle here. Boom. Sell gold. Would have been a mega trade. But yeah, we had a nice big bounce here. Everybody bounced. And we've just been selling off still. So, wow. It's just so much deeper on silver. And I would even think that copper could still come up into this. And it would still be a short again. So, I want to look at copper. Oh yeah, here's a sweep on this stuff too. This is just, ooh, nice little fair value gobble setup too. Kind of. Alright, anyways, metal. Copper. Is copper at all-time highs? Oh, it is. So yeah, copper did sweep. So that probably is it. So yeah, this low has been taken out. So we're probably going to head back up into a premium, marking a new potential short idea, at least with gold. Yeah. Well, I still think it'd be a short in copper though, but copper could still go higher. Usually we do like to see a higher time frame move. So we'll be cautious there, but if it happens, then yeah, we would look for a nice short eventually into at least a premium. I think the top is in, most likely. But anything above here is a nice short. I think the order block, if we can get back above this high, we'll see what happens. But I'm watching this for a nice possible little short into a premium at least, if these guys are not following along. That would be it for me though. Yeah. So we'll watch that. I'm going to set an alert here for copper though. Copper is along, I think, right now. So actually, yeah, maybe there's a long up. Well, we came down. These guys actually came lower. If we actually came back down and manipulated that low, that would be pretty sweet. I doubt it that will happen, but we'll see. But yeah, into this low, or this high though, yeah, I don't know. I feel like this high needs something. Look how high we bounced. I guess we all bounced very high, but silver really bounced. We all set a high roughly around this. Yeah, I don't know. I'd be watching these levels though at the PM session low. I think this is going to be a gnarly short still. Oh, maybe. We'll see. Alright, I think that's it. That's basically it. We're going to be too volatile.